There we go. Okay, I hope this works. It's been forever since I've gone live because YouTube is messes up when I do it, like the video skips and all that stuff. Okay, so we're gonna try it again this time. Normally, I've been using StreamYard, to talk to you all. So uh, the last time I was on, I was telling you about the project that I started to identify people of color who have influenced learning and development and organizational management, because I saw something on Twitter that had in the past 2,500 years identified the people who have influenced this enormous industry of learning and development. And I struggled. And I think it was like 93 people they had on the poster. I mean, struggled to find one person of color. Okay. It was mostly white male, of course, like we don't come up with models and research and all this other kind of stuff. So it was skewed. Okay. And I said that we're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that. Not today. So since then, which was about a month ago, I've been doing research to find these people. Now, in order to find it, because I made some videos on this channel already about colonization, if y'all have seen that, right? And about decolonizing evaluation, decolonizing learning and development, and all that. So in order to find these people, it hasn't been easy, or it has not been easy to find POC who've actually pioneered, various models and things like that. I've had to put into Google, what's one of the things I did? Pre-colonization, right? Management models before colonization. So I would go to a particular continent. I'd say management models in South America before colonization, okay? Because after that, that's when all the stuff went haywire, okay? And like some of the things that I read were that, for a lot of the stuff, that people are claiming they did, right? It was actually stolen from the indigenous populations, and not just materials. I'm not just talking about, tangible things. I'm talking about ideas, okay? Ideas, they took credit for shit they didn't do, okay? So far, I want to get about 100 people on the list. So far, I have about 70 people, okay? And what's interesting, one of the very interesting things I'm noticing is that when I look for models and research and stuff like that in indigenous populations, sometimes it's hard to just pinpoint one person, okay, because of the way that people live. Think of Native Americans, right? The way that they just interact, not just with each other, but with the environment, okay? It's like it's all together, okay? Nobody just takes credit, for something. It's collective intelligence that they use. So I'm finding a lot of that with some of the African models, as well as some models in China and India. Okay, it's very much collective intelligence, all right? That goes into a lot of that stuff. So it's been now nobody's asking me to do this. Okay, I'm doing this on my own, and it's been really enlightening for me in some ways. I'm reading and researching stuff that I never really have before, especially when it comes to philosophers. The Greek philosophers, Plato and Aristotle and all those folks, and where they possibly got many of those ideas that they're credited with creating, themselves. So it's interesting stuff. Some of it is a bit, upsetting, because, when colonization is more than just about taking over somebody's land and being like, is more than about discovering America. Okay, when you got a whole people already here, but here you are discovering, it's more than about that. You can have your mind. If your mind is colonized, then you're done. Okay, and a lot of that happens A lot of that happen. It's happening now. You know, a lot of that happens right now. A bunch of colonized minds running around in leadership positions, making decisions, talking about diversity and inclusion. You got a whole colonized mind, you know, making them decisions. So, and don't even realize it, right? And don't care to realize it. So the project's going well. I think it's turning out really good. Like I said, I have 70 people. Hopefully I can be done with it. I needed a little help researching. So I went on to Fiverr and I gave 2 people the stuff that I'd already done. And I told them, you know, these are my requirements. I'm looking for these kinds of people. And that was helpful, okay, because I have 2 different people looking for this stuff. So they gave me ideas that I probably wouldn't have had otherwise. So that was really helpful. So hopefully I can be done with this whole thing in about another 2 weeks, possibly, because I have blog posts and stuff I need to write and all that. But I'm eager to share the results. I really am. I'm very eager to share the results. Some of the women on there, man, I'm telling you, the women on there, never heard of. In school, nothing. Never heard of these people. Okay, the first time I'm hearing about some of these women and the stuff that they did, and not just learning and development. That's another thing that's going to change about this. I went into it looking just for, you know, organizational development, HR training, stuff like that. But I'm finding too many amazing things. I can't leave that out, right? So it's POC, people of color. I also have in there folks from the LGBT community. There's one specific transgendered lady who's in there who's done some wonderful, wonderful things. I have in there people who are differently abled, okay? And I'm looking for little people who have pioneered, you know, various things. And that's a little, I'm sure that they have. Okay, I'm just not finding out. I need to look a little bit harder, I guess. But the point of this is that good ideas, good innovations, things that are useful for the world come from other people, you know, people outside of, you don't have to be a white male in order to, you know, be able to offer this to the world. All right. Which is the way colonization works. It makes you think that you actually you don't have the intelligence, you don't have the resources, you don't have the foresight, the whatever, okay, to innovate and create something that's useful for, you know, humanity. You know, that's bullshit. Okay, we know that. So so part of this project is for one of the reasons is to demonstrate the bullshittery that's going on in organizations. Okay. All right, so that's all I wanted to share with you all today, and I'm going to be right back here when I'm done. I'll probably be on StreamYard though, so I can share with you all, you know, what I have, and you can see all the folks that have come together to actually, you know, who have and still are influencing a lot of the stuff we're doing today, you know, unbeknownst to us. All right, so I will talk to y'all later. Bye.